Mystery Creek official weather forecast, brought to you by the Suzuki DR200, New Zealand's favourite farm bike in any weather. Save $500 for a limited time, now only $5,650 plus GST.
Hello, I'm Philip Duncan from ruralweather.co.nz with your Mystery Creek forecast for the week, proudly brought to you by Suzuki. And the forecast is still looking pretty good. We've got this big block of high pressure across the country at the moment. Low pressure to the east, another low pressure zone to the west, some windy northerlies, but for now, most of the country is calm, and that means an increased risk of fog and frost. It was frosty this morning around Mystery Creek, and as we go through into Thursday, the chance of fog increases. There was some fog around this morning, even more likely on Thursday. And you can see it's fairly widespread around the North Island and patchy around the south, including down to Southland. Hopefully it burns off mid-morning. That's what it appears to be showing up around a sort of 9, 10 in the morning. Hopefully most of that then does burn off. And on Friday, the good news for Mystery Creek, Waikato area, it doesn't look foggy because of that northerly breeze that's kicking in, but it could still be foggy further to the east and further down around parts of the South Island. But Thursday does look to be the foggiest day of the week. So here we are at lunchtime Thursday, light winds over the North Island and a slight breeze in some areas of the south as the day wears on because of this northerly flow that is starting to move in. By Friday, there is the risk of a shower or two, but the day is looking mostly dry. So yes, the chance of a shower with this weak area of low pressure just out to the west. But this is a northeasterly, which usually for Hamilton, Mystery Creek, much of Waikato, northeasterlies don't usually produce a lot of rain. So it'll be a bit hit and miss, but I think most of the wet weather on Friday will be over in Bay of Plenty. And by Saturday, most of the wet weather comes down the eastern side of the country, leaving Mystery Creek mostly dry, but maybe a bit cloudy. And because you've got low pressure right here on the back doorstep or the front doorstep, that adds instability into the atmosphere, which means even though it looks dry, you could still see a shower bubbling up. And if you're heading home on Sunday, the forecast doesn't change a great deal, but you do see a bit of wet weather sliding further down to Canterbury. But the breeze that will be blowing around does help remove some of the fog risks around the country. So there we go. So let's take a closer look at the forecast for the final days. 13 degrees here on Thursday, 13 on Friday, and on Saturday warms up to 16. The risk of showers pretty minimal, but the risk of clouds certainly goes up on Friday. So Thursday looks to be the last of the sunny days, and you see that little spike there, that's the fog or low cloud you get in the morning. Taking a look at that fog, low cloud, you can see the risk here on Thursday morning. That's the highest risk we've seen this week. But then there's no risk Friday, Saturday because, again, that breeze starting to pick up. And finally, the risk of a frost, and you can see all this at ruralweather.co.nz for free. You see that frost risk at Mystery Creek Thursday morning. So it says 0 is the overnight low. I think you could get down to -2 potentially overnight tonight. So that is the forecast coming through over the next few days. Have a great time at Mystery Creek, and we'll see you again soon.
Save $500 on the DR200. Whatever the weather, see you at field days.